might okay, so they will basically search all around the island to find out if they can get it. And if it's not available, then they can order it directly from Japan.
Yes, that's basically what's going on right now.
Right, right. So
So,
they are in direct competition with so they're in direct competition with the dealers. So it's not only aftermarket parts, but also used parts are currently competing in the market.
yes, definitely. And
Well,
then the
that is
dealers,
basically everywhere. So I mean, you can't get around that.
but the dealers definitely have to step up the game though. As I say, in the turnover time for the parts, they they need to cut down the time to try and alleviate that stress
Hmm.
and getting the client back on the road. It's hard for an accident, meaning, yeah, at the end of the day, you want to blame somebody, but it's not something that it's a big relevancy to the persons that are in the accident to go to the insurance company and have their vehicle parked for 2, 3, 4 months and not able to get parts for their vehicle.
Hmm.
You would have to put themselves at risk in taking taxi, bus, and other things like that. Worse in
Right.
the time of a pandemic now, everybody
Yeah.
wants a vehicle.
Hmm.
Sometimes the insurance company would have to would step in and actually rent vehicles for their clients based on the time period that they are out of a vehicle.
Right. To
That's
be
it.
fair, to be fair to the dealers though, because as you know, my background is dealership management for some time now, intimately involved in parts.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot to do with geographical location, right? And if you're situated in a country like Jamaica and the nearest transshipment hub to them is Miami, and everything, as you know, has to go through Miami in order to venture off to Japan, where 90% of the vehicles in Jamaica are Japanese made. Hondas,
Yes.
Toyotas, Nissan, Suzuki is still there, right?
Yes.
Subarus, Toyotas, they dominate the market. But when they want efficient part supply, if they can't get it in Miami, then the next best place they look forward to is going directly to Japan to get those parts. And as you know, the sourcing and the logistics in Japan for the time for them to find it, put it on an aircraft or a boat and send it across, it's going to take weeks, right? So
Definitely.
that is essentially the skin in the game, or basically what they have to play with. That's just the nature of the beast. So it's not like they can't do any better, right? It's
That
it's based on a geographical location, which is always going to be a disadvantage to them. But
true.
explaining that to the regular man,
They
maybe
won't
after maybe after you explain all the logistics and break it down, it has to go through this custom and it has to clear
understand.
through another custom and then come to Jamaica, and then they have to do more paperwork and get it done. And some try to bypass it and use a courier system, and then the courier system has to also use their own internal brokerage system in order to get it faster to use. So but at the same time, no, somebody has to pay for all of that,
True that. True.
right? So
True.
everything comes at a cost. So I'm just playing devil's advocate here, just to for the audience to understand exactly what is going on behind the scenes, right? So we
Yeah.
can't just
So
can't just beat up on the dealers, but I understand where you're coming from.
yeah, but to be fair, Chris, going to the dealers, you have an option. You have sea freight or air freight.
Yeah.
That's one of the benefits of going to the dealers. But sea freight is going to take a while. Air freight will come early, but at a
Mm-hmm.
cost.
Mm-hmm.
The clients sometimes will not take cost on themselves or don't want to. So we offer them sea freight. But as
Right.
I said earlier, that when you order something from the dealer would send for it in Japan. Japan would send it to that ship. shipment leave out and go to Miami before it come to Jamaica.
Right.
The used parts dealers, when they order it from Japan, it comes straight from Japan to straight to Jamaica.
Straight to Jamaica. Okay.
Don't make that turn, that triangular turn to go to Miami to come to Jamaica. That is why they are on top of their game right now.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Something hopefully they can see for themselves and learn and to find out exactly how to get that done.
Well, yes, definitely.
Yeah. 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 But just to add a personal experience I had, my car needed a map sensor. I'm here in Toronto. No one in Toronto has it. They have to order it from the manufacturer in Michigan, and it still took 2 weeks. So I mean,
Oh,
exactly, because they don't have something like that sitting down on a shelf,
so
right?
basically it's a dealer fault.
Exactly, but I mean, they don't have something like that sitting down on a shelf because it's not a fast moving item. So
No, no.
it still has to go through the process to be requested, to be manufactured, packaged, shipped, comes across the border, and then all that. And it still took 2 weeks. So I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you are. It depends on the nature of the parts itself. Some can get it done faster than some, but it is what it is. But Richard, what has been going on now with Roadman? What is the latest update?
Well, it has been closed for a little while now, before
Mhm.
the pandemic.
Okay.
Mm, But people sometimes still make a personal favor asking for a part or
Right,
asking
right.
for help to locate an item.
Mhm.
Now that offer my help to them.
Right, right. Of course, because I mean, you've helped to build up that trust and that clientele over the years. So I suspect that persons will have you'd have actually built a friendship along that way and
Yes,
a circle and a network going forward.
for the over that 22 years, yes.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna keep you here any much longer. It has been an interesting chat to know exactly what Roadman did. I remember Roadman intimately, coming there, introducing myself and sitting down and with the staff, yourself, Mr. Cowans, um, and all the others. And we did perfectly well in terms of sourcing the parts and everything. So this was just to explain to a lot of the individuals on the outside exactly who the players are in the markets and the different roles they play in terms of collaborating with dealers or working within the dealerships, and the different angles, the different outputs, the different facets, the different individuals and their contributions to the auto industry on a whole. So Richard, is there any last thing you want to add before I let you go? 'Cause I know you're probably way past your beauty rest right now.
Well, to add something to that, where the used part dealers are concerned, um, most of these panels are the parts that they would supply are complete parts. Meaning, if you need a door, say a door, for a Corolla or any other vehicle, it would come from the dealer as a shell,
Okay, okay, yeah,
where
it does, yeah.
the dealer would sell you a complete door that they just take off a vehicle from Japan that they just scrap or cut up and bring to Jamaica for sale. So you get a complete door with glass. If it's a front door, you get the mirror, glass, the door cover, the regulator, everything that is on the door. So
Right.
basically, you take a door off a vehicle to put on a next vehicle.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you don't have to go through all that, knowing that you want to buy a shell or to buy a glass and to break down the door. You just get a complete door.
Right, 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 right. So that would have but that benefited who? That benefited you or benefited the customer on a whole?
The customer on a whole, because
And
they rather know that they get everything one time,
right.
get them piece.
Okay,
Even
okay.
garages as well, because to fit up glass on a door, or sometimes they don't really like that, because
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to have that responsibility of damaging that glass or that part.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. It makes sense. And that's basically what they have to be competing against because they well, yeah, the dealers they sell they you want a door shell, that's what you're gonna get. But then you're gonna if there's any damages that are done to the vehicle itself, then you have to buy the glass separate and the mirror separate and the handle and the regulator and all these things. Yeah. I remember quite well. I
Definitely.
remember quite well.
And instead of buying it from the dealer where you get each individual item at a cost, you just buy the door one cost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it would work out cheaper to buy the door and to buy the parts to make up the door.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. No, no problem. It has been very, very informative. Thank you again, Richard.
Yes, thanks
And
for having me.
I do hope that if you have more to add, in terms of the adventures that that you have to go through, like moving around and dealing with the respective garages, because we are yet to hear that story. I think it should have been some
Yes,
interest.
yeah,
Some interesting take off. How we handle some of these some of these garages. Going to their various locations, and I suspect that they're located in and around the corporate area in Kingston, Jamaica, and
and
you
also,
mentioned all across, like from Kingston to Montego Bay, you know,
yes. Well, we definitely have to get a meeting going again.
right?
I'm sure the viewers would love some of the stories that I have to say. But
Of course, of course, of course. Let me know, man, whenever you want to tell us some of the secrets or the tricks in trade they use to get around the getting the parts to the customers and the insurance company. Feel free. Call on me anytime. Okay.
yes, Chris, definitely
Oh,
will do.
okay. All right. So do bid yourself a good night, and it has been informative. So thank you very much.